So if you look behind your TV right now, your HDMI cable is probably, what, about 3 feet long?
Yeah, maybe 6 feet if you bought the nice one.
Right. Now, I want you to imagine trying to stretch that exact same cable across a massive, like 50,000 square foot casino floor to feed 30 different screens perfectly in sync.
I mean, you literally can't. Standard cables just won't do it.
Exactly. So today we are doing a deep dive into this sort of invisible heavy-duty network that makes mega venue video routing possible. We're looking at the technical blueprints, specifically a spec sheet for the WolfPack 36 by 36 modular HDMI Matrix Switch from HDTV Supply, to figure out how these places pull off flawless video on that massive scale.
It really is a feat of engineering, you know? Because to understand how a massive sports bar or sports book routes all that video, you have to realize they aren't using basic splitters.
Right, because a standard splitter is basically like a megaphone. It's one voice shouting the exact same thing to multiple people.
Yeah, exactly.
But a matrix switch operates totally differently. It's much closer to an old-school telephone operator's switchboard. With a 36 by 36 system like this, any of the 36 inputs can be physically crossed to any of the 36 outputs independently.
And all at the exact same time.
Right.
But doing that without dropping the video quality is the real trick here. The specs highlight a rating of 4K 60 Hz 4.4.4.
Okay, break that down for us, because that sounds like a lot of numbers.
Well, most consumer video actually compresses color data to save bandwidth, mostly because human eyes are less sensitive to color than they are to brightness.
Oh, yeah.
But pushing 4.4.4 means the system doesn't cheat at all. It sends 100% of the color data at 60 frames per second. That's why a referee's bright yellow flag against a green turf looks razor sharp instead of, bleeding into the background.
Okay, but putting 36 pristine, uncompressed 4K signals onto cables over huge distances sounds like a recipe for a massive bottleneck. Like, here is where it gets really interesting to me. Why can't a venue just buy a giant spool of HDMI cable and route it through the ceiling?
Well, what's fascinating here is that HDMI cables are designed to send massive, raw electrical impulses across multiple tiny wires. Over distance, those electrical signals actually start bleeding into each other.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, for uncompressed 4K, an HDMI signal physically degrades after just 15 feet.
Wait, 15 feet? That's nothing.
Right. So to fix this, the industry uses HDBT technology. The system repackages the raw video into data packets and sends it over standard CT6 Ethernet cables. That gives it a range of up to 220 feet.
Wait, CT6, those are just standard internet cables. You're telling me commercial venues are running perfect zero-lag 4K video over the exact same cheap blue cables I use for my home Wi-Fi router?
Yep, the exact same ones.
How does that not cause massive lag?
Because once the video is repackaged into data packets, it behaves exactly like internet data. It can travel hundreds of feet without degrading before a receiver decodes it back into a video signal.
That is wild.
Plus, the system uses modular hot swappable cards. So if a venue adds a new wing, they don't have to shut down the whole system and rip out the chassis.
Oh, they just slide a new CAT6 card into the back.
Exactly, literally while the games are still running.
Which brings up the sheer panic factor for me. If you're managing a Vegas sportsbook during a championship fight, a blank screen doesn't just annoy people. It costs thousands of dollars a second.
Oh, absolutely.
So if one router rips, does the whole casino floor go dark?
Not with this kind of hardware. It's built more like an airplane engine than a home theater system. It features dual redundant power supplies, which means there is no single point of failure.
Wow, okay.
If a power supply blows out, the second one takes over instantly and the screens don't even blink.
That explains why a system like this starts at, what, over $2,500? It's about absolute mission-critical control.
Right.
Because the specs also mention 40 preset scenes. That means a floor manager can just tap a tablet and instantly change dozens of TVs to a completely different routing layout.
Yeah, going from Sunday football mode to a massive UFC fight night setup with a single tap. And they built in 18 different control methods, from native apps to web interfaces to physical serial ports. It is engineered for environments that simply cannot fail.
So the next time you walk into a venue and see 30 different games playing seamlessly around the room, you'll know exactly the kind of invisible, heavy-duty routing magic making it happen. It isn't just a bunch of extra-long HDMI cables, it's a highly specialized data network working behind the walls.
But does leave you wondering about the future. Right now, hardwired physical CAT6 cables are absolutely required to achieve this flawless 4K reliability over those massive distances.
Yeah, I mean, there is no Wi-Fi network on Earth handling that kind of uncompressed, zero-lag video data right now.
Not today. But as wireless technology evolves, you have to wonder, will massive commercial video distribution always rely on a hardwired physical matrix, or will wireless ever become stable enough to replace these physical chassis entirely?
Definitely something for you to think about the next time you're staring up at the screens, waiting for the game to start.